So my name is Bill Moyer, M-O-Y-E-R, and my organization, I'm a co-founder and I direct Backbone Campaign, backbonecampaign.org. We've been around now about 22 years. We do what we call artful activism through a number of administrations, mocking them, encouraging them, trying to stand up for what we consider a positive populism, a progressive populism that supports what communities and people instead of giant corporations and billionaires. People have probably seen our giant We the People. That's an image that's been around for a while. Again, we're co-founded by artists, and so we really rely on visual imagery and trying to help people use tactics that are flexible. So people might have seen net banners with orange letters at freeways and stuff. So that we provide people with toolkits for doing that. Helping people step into space and amplify their voice and their values is a critically important and strategic for the grassroots folks who can't afford to buy TV time or ads. I think it's especially important for people with privilege to step into that privilege and to be able to take the risks that other people might not feel safe to do. That's another thing we really encourage people to step out there, especially when there's a threat to freedom of speech. We've also worked over the last decade at helping to popularize light projection because, again, it's a completely legal tactic that doesn't hurt anything, so it's unassailable. You can't be attacked for the tactic you're doing, and it's highly visible, and it helps people, again, feel empowered to really take space that often is dominated by corporate media. Today was our first day to launch the impeachment chain gang. We've done projects like this before where we use caricatures created by skilled artists, sculptors, and then put them on bodies of people for marching in the streets and such. We did that with the Bush administration. We did a little bit with that with Obama. We did that with previous Trump administration. I really wanted the launch to happen on a day that was separate from a big mobilization, because I think the artists and folks sort of deserve to get a moment kind of shine, and then for the chain gang to have the fun, the people who volunteer to be in it, because it's work, right? It takes work. It's not easy to do. For those volunteers to be able to show up at an event and feel special. I find that little things like carrying We the People, or holding a banner, or wearing a puppet head, or shining a light on a building, those are really important actions that people don't have to risk arrest. People don't have to risk losing their livelihood in order to feel like they can be co-authors of the future. When they're trying to criminalize protests, it's even more important that we take those actions. We hold that moral territory and say, no, absolutely fucking not. This is absolutely our right to do, and we're going to do it because that is the only thing, one of the few things that really makes this country great. And it's our only chance of actually someday being really a great country. I think there's different kinds of agency, and there's I think of myself sometimes as a solutionary working on different kinds of policy proposals, but now I'm like a campaigner, right? But the storytellers, you all are just essential because you reflect to us who we are and what we're doing, and you reflect out to the world that people are not alone and that people can take action. So I really appreciate you. I bless you for that.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate what you're doing as well. And touching on your point, I think it's of the utmost importance, especially when we're up against an administration that is characterizing this movement as violence and characterizing us as terrorists and everything like that. Right. I think especially being out here today and seeing these bobbleheads, this is absolutely amazing. I completely love it, and I think it catches people's eyes no matter what their political affiliation is, and people can enjoy it no matter what. Yeah. So what is next for your organization and for the protest art that you guys are doing? I know you're going to be out here tomorrow, and you said you were just in Los Angeles. Do you know what is up next for you guys?
Well, because our volunteers, I'm based on Vashon Island near Seattle, and our volunteers stepped up and worked with an artist to build 2 more of the We the People Constitution preambles and extensions. So tomorrow on No Kinks, we will have the giant We the Peoples in props in Seattle, in Chicago, and here in D.C. So that's a pretty big step for us. And again, getting people ready and learning how to coordinate folks and keep them safe, and making it fun, right? It's got to be fun, and because we don't want to be a movement of martyrs, right? We want to be a movement of regular people who can come in and speak the truth. So there's that. We dabble in other policy. We have a project called Solutionary Rail. And I know it feels kind of off topic, but to me, I became fascinated. We were fighting oil trains and coal trains in the Pacific Northwest. And I became fascinated by how railroads have the potential to unite very different sectors of society, and that everybody has a stake in how that infrastructure is. And right now, Wall Street controls it for its benefits, which allows it to be spewing chemicals, in communities, EJ communities, allows it to not provide service, allows lots of more trucks on the road that everybody hates, et cetera, et cetera. So solutionaryrail.org is something we're currently also working on, and I encourage people to check out our podcast, Reconnect America. I do think that it's important that we always balance critique with proposal and opposition with proposition. Because I do believe that we have the most creative people, genius people. Working people are geniuses, and we can craft a future that's more beautiful than what we've had before.
Awesome. I love that, Bill. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Your time.
Thank you.